Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. You know what's not doing great? Price of Bitcoin and the price of cryptos. Stop the bleeding. No, it's totally normal actually. This is absolutely normal, but this time it is different. I'm trying not to smile. All right, let me just tell you something. I tell people all the time, especially my crypto students, always keep, 10 to 20% of your portfolio in cash, right? Because then if there's a deal out there, the market slumps during a bull run, you deploy it. Problem is, I deployed mine too early. The market was down 10%. I'm like, I'm in. And they went down more, and they went down more. Well, Goldman Sachs is talking about how this time is different, and I absolutely believe so. I believe there's about to be a melt up. Do me a favor. Type up or down if you think that we are going which direction next over the next 4 weeks. And it's really important because October is primarily a really good month for crypto, the crypto markets. And it's important to understand where we are because look at gold. Gold's doing really well, right? Dollar's not. And gold and Bitcoin have been for just a little bit of time, a year and a half? They've been diverging away from the stock market and the dollar. So this time is a little different, but it's really not. So check this out. Oh, and I never do this. If you didn't see my video yesterday about the $50 crypto challenge, I'm going to put the link down below. Please check it out. There's one project I want you to see, but you got to see the video before I say what it is. And the reason why is because I want to show people how to invest in cryptocurrencies, what to look for, and not to burn themselves and bury themselves. I see too many people throw all their money into one project and they're like, I'm down 50%. I'm like, yeah, copy, I'm down 50% too. You don't see me whining. I'm going and buying more because I'm buying solid companies. The other day, one of the companies I told you guys about like a month ago just inked a deal with PayPal. These aren't like fly-by-night crap companies. But I want to show people how, and I thought, hey, what if Ninja Nation bought $50, in one company, and then we watch it together, and then I start doing videos over the next couple months. I'm like, hey, the thing could crash and burn, or it could take off. But the point being is it's $50 lesson, how to buy a specific crypto, and then we watch the company, and I show you how to invest and how to react and how to think about specific crypto projects, all right? So if you're cool with that, links down below to that YouTube video I did yesterday, okay? And what's really cool is you get to watch Ninja Nation members buy little chunks, $50, and you can see, I show you how to track it. All right, anyway, and I don't work for the company. I don't even know him, but I'm about to meet the CEO. All right, check this out. Goldman Trader says that Monday's Bitcoin flash crash was the first sign, but we are headed for a melt up. Says here, the last 3 weeks have been an absolute sprint in terms of risk, with momentum trading overly rewarded. Or overtly rewarded, sorry. Now momentum is slowing and the market is signaling a dial back activity in the short term. Why is this happening? It's because volume is slowing, okay? And it's actually totally normal for this time of year, just so you know. Going into September, people are putting their kids back into school. They've already went on their vacations. They're burnt out. They've blown their money. And they've got to sort of reset going into the holiday season. But October, it starts to pick up. This is a total normal psychological event that happens in all humans, and especially in America, this time of the year, all right? Type 1 if you get that. You're like, yeah, I totally see it, right? And then they start to ramp up their spending towards Christmas. And actually, it brings back a really funny story. In 2017, I started buying crypto like in January, right? By the time we hit September, we had a little dip. You can go back and look at the charts of Bitcoin and the altcoin charts. But by November, Thanksgiving, everyone was talking about crypto. And we saw another time in 2020, 2021 around Thanksgiving where everyone was talking about crypto. And it was actually being reported, like Thanksgiving dinner is now talking about cryptocurrency. And I think we're about to see that. So this is the time to be buying and not selling. But hey, don't take advice from me. I'm just a dork with a... I mean, I literally live in my car and I do videos in a parking lot. There's nothing fancy about the channel, except maybe the hair. Woo! It's getting a little tall. All right. Now, it says here, markets continue to be dominated by technical levels and stop outs. Monday's flash crash into Bitcoin was the first sign. This is an environment where Bitcoin is leading and not lagging. $110,000 Bitcoin is a key level, as nothing good happens below the 200-day moving average, okay? So right now, we're a little below it, okay? We haven't closed on a weekly or anything like that. We've got to stay above that 200-day moving average. The author's core view is that this is more likely to be a support than resistance. I agree with that. I could be wrong. but that's how I feel. Fundamentally higher real yields can create real pain in the economy. Q3 is a quarter of negative net supply for bonds. That said, they continue to trade well. When I asked, the author asked, stand by. Need some coffee. Get it together, ninja. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And gosh darn it, a couple people out there like you. All right, I'm back. The key question is, do we need a policy rate that is restrictive or above neutral? Now, all of this, it sounds funny, is now affecting interest rates and all that stuff are affecting crypto, right? Crypto is a big market now. It's on CNBC. Remember when everyone's like, that thing is just a scam. Hey, let's buy some now. That's where they are, okay? That's where they are. The truth is, this crypto has a different fundamental than the stocks because there's only so many, tokens out there for specific companies, unless it's Dogecoin that can be minted into Affinity, but a lot of people are morons and buy things with dogs on them. Sorry. Oh, wait, let's add fart coin and unicorn crap coin and don't buy this coin and those kind of things because they're a subsect of humans that are just dumb. Just throwing this out there. So weird side thing. My point being is that since these are finite, they have a finite supply, other countries want them as well. It's very important. You're going to see a lot of these cryptos, projects that are being running the financial system. It's very important. It's like XRP, right? But there are a lot of people. Type XRP if you own XRP. I'm not going to insult you right now, but I'm going to make this very clear. And there are no freaking YouTubers out there that know this. It's like, gosh, there's XRP. It's just, it's like blowing a bunch of hopium up the tailpipe of a bunch of retail investors right now. It's going to $10,000 tomorrow. It's not. See, XRP has a big supply, right? And Ripple sells a certain amount of XRP every month to keep their cash flow going. And it's not like they're going, hey, we're not selling it. This crap's valuable. No, they're selling it to keep their operations going. And until that stops, XRP's price rise will be muted. Will it go up from here, this booms? Yes, it will. Will it go to 10,000? No. Will it go to 10 to 18 bucks? Yes. Yes, it will. But because there's so much of it hitting the market, and that nobody's going to tell you, I don't even want to say the names. Boy, they're just right on the tip of my tongue. They're just like, falling off. But it's like these guys, they have no concept of finance, no understanding of the blockchain. They just come on, like fire up a YouTube channel and 100,000 subs later, they're like, woo, XRP. And you're like, you'd be making so much more money in other projects. But look, XRP's down along with the market. The entire market's down. Do you know how many comments I got to field from people like, I bought your coin pick and it's down. All of them are down. Yeah, dork, they're all down. The market's down. This is what, but we're still in a bull market. How can that be? You see, Apple in the year 1999, I believe, was $1. Well, you know what's funny about Apple stock in 1999? It also went to like 43 cents. It crashed over 50%. But here's the big question. Do you think anybody gives a rip at what price Apple stock was in 1999? By and large, no, because nobody really owns it anymore. Very few people still own that stock that they did. I had Apple stock back then. I had Apple stock when it was 60 bucks. I remember I had 60,000 shares at 60 bucks. Or no, sorry, hold on. I didn't have that much money worth. I had $60,000 worth of Apple stock when it was 60 bucks. What was that? I don't even remember how many shares it was, but that's how much I had. And that's the truth, right? And so but I remember it being, going from $1 to 60. I was all excited. I remember selling it like 65 or 70. I wasn't that bright. I learned a lot of lessons. And so that's why I'm buying the best companies now. That's why I'm going all over the world to talk to the next Jeff Bezos, the next, Bill Gates, even though I can't stand Bill Gates, he murders people. But my point being is heads of industry. That's what I'm meeting, because that's where I want to be. And that's where we are in this cycle. I hope you guys jump on the bandwagon. If you want to watch that video I did last night, the link's down below. It's, I think, really important because if you're new to crypto, it's going to teach you how to think like an investor. Put 50 bucks, put 25 bucks into it, whatever it is. And then you watch it, because when you have a little skin in the game, your attention span gets a lot bigger and a lot better, a lot sharper. And you start to look at things differently. And I don't want you to look at things like, like you're smoking a hopium pipe. because that's just not the way to go. All right. With that being said, before I start coughing again, the Economic Ninja is out.